Adventure Dog here, and this is my first trading recap video. Thank you to all of you who have submitted your own videos. I have learned so much, and it has motivated me to make my own. But before we talk about that, let's quickly talk about risk control. We all have our trading plan, we all have our rules, but if you're like me, your rules are just there to be broken again and again and again and to make me feel like I'm a bad trader because I can't even follow my rules. Well, never again. Our brokers have the ability to help enforce our rules. DOS, for example, which is what I use. Let's go to Trade, Accounts, right click on Open Risk Control Page. Now, some of you may know about this, but DOS can do so much more. But let's start quickly here. Let's say we have a max loss per day for our trading rules at 300. It could be $10, but let's just use 300. When net P&L reaches this value, DOS will disallow any new orders for the remainder of the day. So if we have our max loss of 300, we hit it, I can no longer snowball that into a $600 loss, a $1,000 loss, a $2,000 loss, which is what I've done, honestly. It's really bad. My psychology has been horrible in the past. Well, never again. And I even clicked in Enable Auto Stop, where when this number is reached, DOS will simply not allow you new orders, but it won't close that order out unless you hit Enable Auto Stop. So now it hits negative 300, it closes the position, locks me out of DOS. I can still open DOS, but I can't make any new trades, which is just amazing for me. Now, this form is a little confusing, so if you go to our wonderful forum, search for risk control. Abil has created this great page here with the same form and helpful hints of anything that might be confusing. But again, DOS can do so much more. Three other things that DOS can do is one, it can limit tradable time frames. So if you have a rule to not trade in the first 5 minutes, but you constantly do, or you want to stop after 1 hour, email DOS and they can disable and enable your account during time frames, which is so great. It can also limit the number of shares traded per day. So if you overtrade, whether you're winning or losing, but you don't feel good about overtrading, email DOS and they can limit your total shares traded to 1,000, to 10,000, to 50 shares per day. They can do that. The third thing they can do is they can limit the number of stock positions traded at one time. So if you constantly get overwhelmed by having more than one position open, but you always have more than one position open, email DOS and they can limit you to one open position at a time. Why is that all so amazing? It's because I'm no longer scared of breaking my rules. I'm no longer scared of what I may or may not do, of losing money, of revenge trading. I can't do any of that anymore. Now all I worry about is trading the chart, not trading my P&L, not trading to recover losses, not trading because of bad psychology. It'll lock me out. I don't have a choice anymore. I have to wait for the next day, which is so amazing and helpful for me to trade smart, which is what I did on this. IQ here at 9:38, we saw this very bearish engulfing candle with great volume, but it bounced off the VWAP, so I waited. On this 9:39 candle, it shot up. Then it had momentum going down on very low volume. This 5-minute candle closed, didn't make a new high, momentum going down. I'm thinking that's really weak. Right here at 9:40, I see that it wasn't able to go up at all. The momentum continued downward. I shorted it at 39.60. Went down, next 1 minute, had this little double bottom at 25, 39.25. It closed here on this little doji. Made me a little worried because it's right at VWAP. It could bounce up. I covered 50% of my shares. Next candle, it shot up instantly, broke this high, which was my stop. I had a bad fill about 39.69, but I felt good. I stopped out the remaining 50% of my shares. Was a small winner, but this is where I was really proud. Oftentimes I get scared to enter the same trade within a minute because I think I might be over trading or just trying to recover my losses. But here it broke down this level at 39.25. It hit 39.24. I shorted, got filled at 39.20. It went down, down, and that was the perfect entry for me. It did exactly what I wanted it to do. Covered 50% here, covered 50% here. When it broke this 1 minute candle, I covered the remaining percent. So I covered 50% here, 25% here, and then the remaining 25% here. And then all it did afterwards was go back up. So I was really happy with the trade. I hit the bottom right here, got out, done. Wasn't scared of entering this the second time on this break, and I was rewarded for it. All because I was no longer scared of myself because of the rules I set up. I hope that helps any of you. Please comment or ask any questions on this video. I'll make sure to answer. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.